Oh, Don Lemon. Oh, boy. He did it again, baby. He did it again. So Don Lemon is benched. And here's why. Don Lemon from CNN, he was on prime time. He had CNN Tonight with Don Lemon. And, you know, they were suffering bad ratings. They took him off. They took him to CNN this morning. You can tell he hates his job. We'll go over that. But CNN has been suffering with these ratings all over the place. I mean, the CNN Plus, they only had 18,000 installs where, you know, Disney had like 5 million. They budgeted $250 million for it. They spent 50 million on the first day. Because why would, they had such bad ratings because why would anyone want to watch CNN Plus when they're not even watching CNN normal, as Aaron Malte put it? Like, why would we want to watch it? So anyway, they moved Don Lemon. He's now with Caitlin Collins and Poppy Harlow. I've seen Poppy Harlow on like the afternoon shows, and you can tell he hates his job. You could tell. There have been many instances where he's just, I think he's just an old man. He's in his 60s. He's just frustrated. He's like an old grandpa that gets mad at everything. I mean, Caitlin Collins did an interview where she cited a congressman who, she's a congressman as a source who cited the fact that the New York Post got censored for talking about the Hunter Biden story. You couldn't even post the article on Twitter, so you had to paste the passages, tweet out the passages, because Twitter censored it, and Facebook too, because the FBI came over and they said, well, yeah, we need you to censor this. And so they did. And Don Lemon wouldn't even let CNN go to commercials because he was so mad. I can't believe we're just letting facts be flexible. And, we're just... You guys did Russiagate, which was a lie. It was not fact. And now you're going, we're letting facts be flexible. Dumbass. Okay. So, here we go. He makes this comment, and I'm not going to play it here because, my software's not working right now, unfortunately, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm sure that you've all seen the clip. So Nikki Haley comes out, and she says, we should do a cognitive test on every politician running for president over the age of 75. I think 75 or over. Now, that's a shot towards Biden, but that's also a shot towards President Trump. Because President Trump is 77 years old this year. Like he's going to be 77. Okay? Like, damn. So, Trump, okay. Now, I said Trump, everyone's going to start hating this. Anyway, I can put it this way. So, Don Lemon Nikki Haley makes her announcement for president, right? And she makes that remark that we need to have a mental capacity test for people over the age of 75 running for president. I think 75 or over, but any politician running for president. Don Lemon took that as Joe Biden not being in his prime, which he's not in his prime in politics anymore. He's an old senile motherfucker. And he took that and said on the air with two females on his side, two women co-hosts, okay, female co-hosts. He said, well, Nikki Haley should be very careful because, she's not in her prime anymore. And they're like, oh, what do you mean? Politics or as a woman? And he goes, well, because look it up on Google. It says that a woman's prime is between 20, 30, 40. And they're like, what the hell are you doing? And the co-hosts are like glaring at him. I wish I could show you the video. Like, what the fuck is he doing? What's he talking about? And he still doesn't stop, by the way. And then they're talking over him like, what are you talking about? He's like, look it up. It's on Google. So people should really look it up according to Google. Women are not in their prime according to Google or whatever. Oh my God. Now listen, if we're going to talk about a woman's sexual prime and a man's sexual prime, yeah, 15 to 30, 35, 40 at the most. Yeah, okay, we can talk about that for a woman and, 30 and above for a guy, whatever. This is not it. And this channel is not it. It's Like, why would you say that? What he should have said is, I know she's trying to take a shot at Biden over his age. Well, listen, Nikki, you're old too. And, if we're going to start talking about who should run and what age they should be, well, you're in your 50s, you're going to head towards 60. So I don't really think we should be talking about people's ages here, right? And it would have still been like, oh, he told a woman she's old. But she can say it to a guy, right? Like, really? So, but he didn't do that. Then he came out with his statement like, my statement was inartful and irrelevant. And I regret it. And women around me in my life proved it to me that they could do whatever they want to do. So he wasn't sorry. He's just regretful that it wasn't artful and relevant. Oh my God, what a dick. What a dumbass. So now CNN has benched him. And now, they're thinking of firing his ass because, again, all of that and the anger he has towards his female co-host, and then the staffers. Apparently, he yelled at some staffers or whatever. So he's just old. He's too old, like most of these people. The news is dying, they're trying to change brands, and he's trying to get CNN back to the breaking news with CNN with Dan Rather. Like, it's not that anymore. I wish, but even then, they were still corrupt. And yeah, that's what Don Lemon did. And I think they just need to let him go because this is just not it for him anymore, honestly.